that is ID3 algorithm. So what I will do, I'll try to create one new project here. Go to new. Okay, here go to, I'll select the folder. Okay, let me select the folder. Hold on. Okay, so folder already got selected. Okay, you can see the folder over here. Okay, let me check this. Yeah, it's an empty folder. So what I can do, let me replace this one with the name. Fine, ID3 algorithm. Okay, so select this to rename this. Go here. There is an option called rename. Okay, so let me write this one be ID3 algorithm. Fine. So this algorithm bit lengthy. Maybe I'll take 2 to 3 sessions to complete this, but I'll be very quick. Okay, a few parts I'll try to explain. Okay, some of the lines I'll try to explain as far as ID3 algorithms is concerned. But okay, so most important, the terminologies are there. No, those things I'll try to explain. So let me check. Okay, you can see here the folder is here, ID3 algorithm. Let's start with ID3 algorithm. So I hope you are familiar with ID3 algorithm. So it's all about creating the root node, left node, and the right node. Okay, so while selecting the root node left or right, generally what we do, we try to calculate the information gain. Okay, so information gain technique generally we use, but to calculate information gain, again we need entropy. The whole information gain can be calculated using this formula, entropy of S, which is nothing but the amount of error which present in the entire set of data. Okay, and next with respect to the columns, understood? So that difference we are going to calculate. So whichever is having the highest information gain, that will be selected at a root node or leaf, or okay, right leaf or left leaf, generally we select. While calculating the entropy, generally we use this formula, minus p of plus positive log base to positive minus p of negative plus log base to negative, understood? So this is the mathematics behind our ID3 algorithm. Once you are clear with this for the formula, you can easily write the ID3 algorithms. Okay, let's start with the programming part. I don't want to focus more because already I have explained, okay, how to calculate the information gain entropy in the previous classes. Okay, so let me here. So right now I'm in my main folder of ID3 algorithm. So first we need the data set. So what I will do, I'll try to use that tennis.csv data set. Okay, so Aldo, my job is to find out whether the Aldo is able to play the tennis game or not. Okay, using ID3 algorithm. Okay, so let me upload the same data set, but okay, hold on. So to upload this, click on upload button. Hold on. It's take it's, this takes little time. Okay, so the moment when you are uploading, the moment when you open the Jupyter notebook, okay, so it will be very easy later, okay, to execute your ID3 algorithm. So where is the data set? Hold on, let me upload the data set first. ID3 algorithm. Okay, so play tennis, this is my data set which is in .csv. Okay, so upload this data set. I'll show you, okay, how the data set will look like using the program. Now next is what I need to do is just go to new program, hover over to new. Okay, hit on click on Python 3. Okay, so the new Jupyter notebook will get created. Okay, Jupyter notebook will get created, and using that Jupyter notebook we are going to write our the program. Already now I have in that folder, already I have my the data set, okay, which is of 14 days of the data set. Now using ID3 algorithm, generally what we do, we try to classification. It is a type of ID3 is type of an classification algorithm. Okay, so we will be classifying the data, no data in terms of the left node, right node, or the root node here. Okay, based with respect to the column. And to classify, generally what we are doing, we are trying to use the information gain technique. Okay, so let me have some comments here so that you should not get confused later. Okay, to demonstrate, so you can side by side you can execute this program to demonstrate the working of, okay, working of the decision tree. Okay, working of the decision tree based based ID3 algorithm. ID3 algorithm. Fine. So this is the agenda of today's session. Fine. So next is I want, obviously, as far as Python is concerned, we need the libraries. Okay, so as far as ID3 as algorithm is concerned, I'm going to use uh, few libraries. The most important here is I'm going to use pandas. Pandas is very important as far as, okay, so suppose if you want to work on arrays, list, okay, dictionary, okay, two-dimensional data set, three-dimensional data set, we need a pandas. Okay, so let's have an alias called pd, import pandas as pd. So from pandas, what I will do, I'll use data frame for to handle the dictionaries, let's say, okay, the two-dimensional arrays, etc. I need data frames. Okay, so from pandas, very quickly I'll try to execute this one. Where from pandas import data frame. Data ka D should be the capital one, data frame. Okay, so data frame. Next, shift and enter it. Let's try to execute this one. The moment when you start executing, you can see here asterisk symbol. This indicates that it is executing. These two lines are getting executed. So after successful execution of these two lines, we can go for a, okay, so the next line. Hold on a moment. Let this get execute. Next, we can check the behavior of the data set here, a data frame. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake here, data frame. Okay, data frame, shift and enter it. Yes, it got executed. Okay, so next is let's try to import our data set. Okay, so as far as data set is concerned, so what I will do, I'll try to create one variable called uh, okay, so definition data frame 10 is, so this is going to be my one variable, and I'll call data frame. So this is one another technique I'm going to use here. Okay, so or else you can use directly, okay, read CSV, read underscore PD dot read underscore CSV. Next you can call, or else I think it's better. So why to make the things complicated? Let's have PD dot, okay, PD dot read underscore CSV. Okay, next directly you call the name of that file. What? Okay, so as far as the file name is concerned, just go to your file here. So you can see here, this is my file. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, 1 second. Let me copy this. So after copying, just go to here and paste it over here. Okay, so paste it over here and make sure that, okay, you are calling this one in the single inverted commas. Okay, so let me, okay, shift and enter it. Let's see, it got executed. Okay, read.csv, it's executing. So next is let's to see, okay, what are the data is available as far as this .csv file is concerned. So to check, okay, so I can use directly, you can use the command like df underscore 10s, df underscore 10s dot head. So suppose if you are calling with the dot head, it will display only the file lines. Can you see this, participants? Hello, 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 participants. Hello, hello, participants. Hello. Can anyone reply, please, at least? Hello,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. So I hope, okay, I hope I'll consider that you guys are listening. Concentrate, okay, and side by side, it try to execute this program, fine? So I will not ask next time, okay, whether I'm audible or you're understanding or not. Continuously, I'll keep on executing the program. Fine. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand or you can directly ask questions so that I can try to clear your the doubts. Understood? Don't hesitate. Directly you ask. Okay, if you have any questions. Hope. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, so you can use dot head. So as far as dot head is concerned, you can see only the few lines. First 5 lines you can see. Okay, if you want to see the complete data set, so what you can do is, okay, there is an a command called, okay, there is a command called print. Just directly you try to print the what I can say, that contents which are, okay, stored in the df underscore 10s data set. So given play 10, okay, given, let's say single line I'll have given play 10s, play 10s, play 10s data, play tennis data set, data set, data set, uh, slash n. Let's have slash n slash n. And one more thing, don't try to memorize this programs. Okay, so just try to understand this, because these programs you are going to use if you are planning your career in data science. So you are going to use these programs continuously. So this is one more the simple technique I have used here. Okay, so what we are using in C programming, Java programming straight away. So this will try to display the all the data so of the my data set. So have a look on this. This is my data set, same data set of 14 days of data set I have used here. Okay, so where I have day, so I'm not concerned about this one. So this shows index also. So index starts from 0 to 13. Understood? So index always starts with 0 to 0. That means there are 14 days of training data here. 14 days of training set are there. The most important, okay, what we need to understand before processing this data are x and y variable. Okay, so x, if you convert this, okay, if you convert this entire data set into, let's say, the mathematics. Okay, so obviously we are going to use the mathematical concept. So we need to convert this entire set of data into x and y, where x is the independent variable. Okay, x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Now, as far as target concept is concerned, see, have a look on this. Okay, so play tennis. Although whether the although whether it's possible to play the tennis game or not. So this is going to be your the target concept. Okay, target concept. In other way, if you are taking in the mathematical way, this is going to be your dependent variable. Understood? So using the dependent variable, I'm going to predict. Okay, so whether the Aldo is able to play the tennis game. If this is an independent variable, obviously these are going to become the dependent variable. Let's say outlook, temperature, humidity, wind are nothing but your the independent variable. Nothing but x you can take. Understood? So by calculating the information gain of this individual the columns, let's say outlook, temperature, humidity, wind, so we are going to predict. Okay, so by converting this entire data set into decision tree, we are going to predict whether the Aldo is able to play the tennis game or not. Okay, so next is most important. This is not there in the data set, sorry, your syllabus, but still I want to share this. Okay, so as far as the data is concerned, there are two types of a data. One is called numerical data. Generally say we binary data. Okay, generally binary data we try to consider. So if you take this play tennis game, okay, so this is what type of a data? Yes, no, yes, no. That means we can convert it into binary set of data. Okay, 0 means no, you can't play the tennis game. Yes means yeah, you can play the tennis game. This is one. Similarly, okay, so there is a categorical data. Okay, in the case of categorical data is nothing but your textual data, text data. Understood? So in text data, what happened? Let's say city, names of the human. Okay, names of the men and women. Understood? So such type of data also comes. Okay, so let's say NLP, if we are using in NLP, okay, or any text data. So in, okay, so such type of data also comes. Okay, it is also possible to handle such type of data even using ID3 algorithm. But in the case of such type of a data, we try to use, okay, one hot encoding or label encoding that comes under categorical data. As far as your lab programs are concerned, we are going to handle or play with the numerical type of a data here. Just keep in mind, this can be an Viva questions. Okay, see, the outlook, temperature, humidity, wind are nothing but your the dependent variable, nothing but the x variable. Okay, so sorry, you outlook, temperature, humidity, wind are nothing but your, okay, are independent variable. They are not depend on other. And the play is nothing but your, okay, dependent variable, nothing but play is depend upon this outlook, temperature, humidity, and wind data set. Okay, so now let's try to, now next, before heading toward this, what I will do, I'll try to have a dictionary so that I can have, I can take, okay, the value individually. Let's say outlook, I want to, first I want to classify outlook. That means first I want to calculate the information given of the outlook. Next, similarly, what I will do, I'll try to calculate the information given of the temperature, humidity, and wind. So information gain, calculating the information gain is, remember, indirectly I'm trying to classifies this data Okay, that's the reason ID3 always you can use ID3 for classification of the data. Okay, so real time data. So let's have first dictionary I'll have. So since my data is entered, data is stored in def tennis. Okay, so I'll call def tennis dot keys. Okay, try to return the values of the dictionary type of data here. So let's have 4 now. Okay, so 4 I'll have. So next enter it, shift and enter. Okay, so I'm going to have a look wind value first. Understood? I'm going to have the wind value. Okay, so this is going to be my fourth one. Similarly, one by one I'll take. Let's try to calculate the information gain of the wind first. Similarly, let's try to have the columns also. First, to calculate, obviously we need what? Okay, we need to calculate the entropy, no? Okay, so if you go to our slides, okay, so information gain can be calculated using this formula. Okay, so this is the formula, total formula. So mathematics behind this decision tree is this one only, understood? But to calculate the information gain of any individual attribute, we need to calculate first the entropy. So after calculating the entropy, then only it is possible to classify the data or by using information gain. So what I will do, let me try to define one the definition first. Okay, so to calculate the entropy, so I'll have definition entropy. So let's have the name props. Let's have the name as props. Okay, so next is what I will do. I'll try to import mathematic. Okay, so maths library. So in maths library, I want, suppose let's say if I want to calculate the entropy, obviously I want to perform logarithmic operations, right? So that's the reason I have called math. Even you can call math in the first line itself, or else you can call within the definition. If you are calling within the definition, this will be only for that definition. You can use only for that definition. Okay, so next is return. Okay, return sum. So let's try to have the sum. So what I will do, okay, so log of minus p of positive log base 2 minus, okay, p of positive. Next minus p of negative log base 2. Okay, so p of negative. So that formula direct straight away I'll write here. Okay, so minus uh, p of prop. Okay, so probability into math of okay, so into math of log okay, log base 2 log, okay, probability, yeah, prop comma base 2. Okay, so next is, so this should be for all. Okay, so all the classifier here. So let's say weak is there, strong is there. There are only two, I guess, weak and strong is there. So I'm going to have the entropy of both weak and strong for, okay, for prop, okay, prob in props. Okay, prob in the props. So next is, after that, okay, let's try to calculate, okay, the functions to calculate the entropy of the given data set list with respect to the target, the attributes. So let me write here, it got executed. So next what I will do, functions to calculate function. Let me have the comment here, functions to calculate functions to calculate the entropy, okay, entropy of the given data set, okay, of the given data set or list with respect to target function, one second, with respect to target attributes. Okay, so any doubt in first this function, participants? Hello participants, hello.
Sir.
Okay, fine. So I'll proceed now. So this is the function. Remember, entropy definition I'm going to use to calculate the entropy of the, okay, so the records here. Understood? Now next is next it is functions to calculate the entropy of the given data sets or the list with respect to the target attribute. So as far as target attributes it concerned, okay, my target attribute is what here? Play tennis. Okay, so what I will do for play tennis also, I'm going to use one more function. Let's say definition, okay, entropy of list, okay, entropy of underscore let's say list. Okay, so list of a list. Okay, so let's have, I'm going to create one list here. Let's have a of list. So next is uh, yeah, first is let me set the counter first. Okay, counter equals to cnt equal to, okay, there is a function called counter. Okay, so counter, okay, to calculate the, okay, the proposition of the classes here, I'm going to use the counter x4, okay, x4, x in a list, x in a list, e of list. So function name is e of list here. Okay, so function name is e of list here. Once again, next is, let's try to have this counter. So how many days of number of, as far as I have created this x, okay, so to x to take the values, individual values of my the attributes. Okay, suppose if you take the wind is having how many the records? 14 days of 14 records we have. So one by one I'll take. Okay, and next I'll try to process that one using num of, I'll try to create one more variable called num of instance, num of instances. Hold on, num of instances, uh, instances equals to, let me first, let me try to calculate the total length first. Okay, hold on, participants. Let me unmute. Sorry, let me, hold on. Yeah. So first, let me try to find out the total length of the records here. Since you know data set is having around 14, the 14 days of the, what I can say, 14 days of records here. But when you take this one in real time, you will be having the records in thousands. Okay, records will be in the lakh, maybe 1 GB, 2 GB of data you are going to use here. So in that case, you should be able to count. So how many amount of records are available? Okay, this will help us. Okay, so this will help us while finding out the missing variables, or while finding out the missing cells. Okay, in the records. Okay, so I can calculate this one using the length function here. Length directly it will display the total number of the length of the record here. So here, okay, all the function, I'll call the function name. So as far as this record is concerned, right away I can say that okay, we have 14 data sets. Let's say 14 data sets I have, but you can display this one, okay, while using the print symbol. Let's try to print this one. Okay, so both minimum values, okay, minimum, let's try to print this one. So to print this, so what I can do is, hold on, participants, hold on, hold on. Okay, so let me print this one. Okay, so print this. So what I will do, I'll try to use straight away print function. Okay, print next slash, sorry, slash n dash n. Okay, so number of instances of the current subclass. Okay, number of instances of the current subclass is current current number of instances of the current subclass is, okay, is, let's say 0. I'll start from 0. 0 is the index over there. Okay, so let me 0, I'll start from 0 and try to have the format here. Okay, so format. So since remember that data is in the string format, understood? So I need to convert that one into, okay, some the numerical format. So I'll use the format here, number of instances. So one by one, I'm going to the format here, number of instances. Okay, so hold on, number of instances. Yes. Next is, okay, so let's try to calculate now. Okay, so I need Yes or no. Now I have to separate. Suppose let us say I have weak. Have a look on this. I'm going to concentrate on this. You can concentrate only on this wind. So as far as wind is concerned, there are two classes here. Okay, records here, weak and the strong. Understood. As far as weak is concerned, again I have to divide. Weak. How many number of weak comes fall under the category of no, and how many number of weak fall under the category of the yes, so that I can calculate the entropy of it. Okay, so let's try to calculate. Okay, so let's try to divide that one in terms of yes or no. To divide in terms of yes or no, so what I will do, I'll use, since my data is in props now. Okay, so I'll call props equals to, okay, props equals to x divide by, okay, x divide by number of instance. Okay, number of instance. One second, one second. X divide by number underscore instances, number underscore instances for one by one all we will take for x in count cnt dot the values, count cnt dot the values here. Okay, so count cnt dot the values. Okay, so this will divide, this line will divide your records in terms of number of yes or the no here. One second, participants. Props, yeah, let's try to print this one. Okay, so let's try to print this. So to print this, what I will do, okay, so I'll use print of. Okay, so let's say let's try to display the minimum as well as the maximum values here. Okay, so minimum values of yeah, yes, and the maximum values of sorry, minimum as well as the maximum values of yes, as well as minimum and maximum values of the no. Print of slash n. Okay, so next is classes. Okay, so classes, let's try to have classes. Let me just, this is just a script that I want to display on the screen. So next, I can store that min of CNT. So because my data subclass data are is stored in the CNT now, CNT. Now next in the same way, maximum of yes with or vice versa, yes or no here, CNT. Okay, so nothing but the counter over here. Okay, so next is to display this. What I will do, let's try to use one more print symbol. So we'll try to display both minimum as well as the maximum value. Okay, so next is, let's say /n probabilities of class, probabilities of class. Okay, probabilities of class of index, let's say 0. I'll start from 0 index. Okay, 0 index, hold on, 0 index, probabilities of class 0 is, okay, so is 1. Again 1. Next is format. Change the format here. Format of minimum count CNT. Minimum count CNT. Okay, so in the same way, let's have for, okay, the props also, minimum probability. Okay, probability props, I will say. So in the same way, like how we have done for how we have written the code for minimum, in the same way try to return it for, just copy this one and do it for the maximum also. Just probability of class is 0 is 1, format. Okay, so here minimum is there, so instead of minimum you just try to replace this one for the maximum one, the max of CNT and maximum for the probability here. Okay, so max of probability. Next is, already I hope I can display these values now. Let's see. Okay, so but before that one, I just want to return the entropy. Okay, so returning the entropy. Okay, so to return the entropy, just enter entropy, which is nothing but my function entropy entropy of the probability props. Okay, entropy of the probability. Let's try to run this one. Fine, shift and enter it. Syntax error. What is that syntax error? A list counter equals to just check participants. What is the syntax error here? Hello, hello participants. CNT of counter. CNT of counter x4 x in a list. Counter calculates the proportion of the classes. This is to calculate the proportion of the classes here. Okay, CNT counter x4x in a list. Let me run again. One second. Participants, hello. You are there? Hello, participants. Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Yeah. Have a look on the code.
Okay.
Hello. Look on the code. Okay, so I'm committing some mistake here. What is that mistake? Hello? 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 Yes, participants, have a look on the code. Entropy of
Sir,
F.
A
Where?
for X in A.
For X in A.
Sir, remove that A.
Yeah. Okay, so, okay. Let me run this one, shift and enter. Yeah, it got executed. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, so there was some typo mistake here. Let me try to. Now I have created. Have a look on this. So I have now two functions. This is to calculate the entropy. Okay, so this is to calculate the entropy. Okay, of let's say wind. You take outlook, etc. Understood? And this is for the classification. Okay, so for classifying, let's say. Say have a look on this. Let me go to the this one. So to calculate the entropy, this entropy function I'm using. Okay, entropy function is using. Now to classify this, let's say wind is there. Now in wind we have two types of record. Okay, strong is there, weak is there. Now strong, again I have to classify, right? Okay, as far as strong is concerned, I have around how many records here? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Out of 6, how many falls under the category of no? In the same way, out of 6, how many falls under the category of yes? In the same way, if you take the weak record, okay, weak, how many weeks fall under the category of no? Similarly, vice versa, yes. Okay, so to do that one, so I'm using one more the definition called entropy of the list here. And remember, this is for both. Okay, so not this for common, not only for the wind, we can have for humidity. Simultaneously, we are going to calculate the information gain for humidity, temperature, as well as the outlook here using these two functions. These are very important. Okay, so these two functions. Now next, let's try to display. Now what I will do, I'll try to separate. Okay, I'll try to separate my x value as well as my y value. X is nothing but the independent value and y is nothing but the dependent value. Let's try to separate now. Okay, so initial, the entropy of yes and no attribute for the our data set. So for initialization, let's have print. I'm going to have print. Okay, so print of, let's say slash of n. Okay, so let me try to have this one in next line. Data input data set for entropy calculation. Okay, so input data set for entropy calculation. Okay, now let's try to calculate the entropy. Okay, data set for entropy calculation. Let's say slash n. I'll have slash n. This is just a script to display. Okay, on the front screen. Next is my. Okay, so let's try to have play tennis. Play tennis. What is that? Play tennis. Let me, yeah, play. Okay, so it's not, it should be play. Okay, so play is the dependent variable. Def definition of tennis, which is nothing but my file name. Okay, so sorry, what is that? Def tennis variable, no, where my data set is recorded. I have stored. Okay, I have stored my data set in def tennis. Okay, so def tennis. Let's have. I'm going to have my last column. Okay, so let's try to select the last column. To select the last column, what I will do, I'll try to comma play. What is the name of that column name? Name is play. No. Okay, call that play. Okay, call that play value. Play. Next is, let's try to shift and enter it. So you can see here. Can you see participants? Hello, hello
Yes,
participants.
sir.
Have a look on this. Okay, so this is, I have separated now. This is my target concept, or you can say my y value. Okay, which is independent value. So now I have to calculate the entropy now. Now to calculate the total entropy. Okay, so to calculate the total entropy of this, so we need entropy of S, right, to calculate the information gain. So to calculate the total entropy, what I will do, I'll try to call one variable called total underscore entropy. Okay, total underscore entropy equals to, what is that function? Using that function, we are calculating the entropy. No, this is the function entropy of list. So I'll call this function entropy of list. Okay, so to call the entropy of list, so entropy, call that function entropy of list equals, okay, entropy of list, what is the file name? Def of tennis. Okay, so def of tennis, play tennis. Okay, so play is the name of that variable, play. So next is let me check whether this will get executed. That means I'm going to, total entropy will have the total entropy of my y variable. There is something wrong here. What is that? There's something wrong. There's something wrong. What is that? Okay, play tennis. Something wrong. Entropy counter is not defined. Okay, so counter, I have not defined the counter. Counter is not defined. That means there is something wrong here in the counter. Okay, so what is that? What is that? What is that? Counter is not defined here. Okay, so I have not defined the counter. How to define the counter? Participants, can someone tell me please? Counter is, I'm getting this total entropy file. Okay, so total entropy, this line it's successfully executing. Okay, but I have a problem here in the counter. What is that problem? Check, please check, cross verify participants. What is that problem, please? Let me know what is that problem. Counter calculates the proportions of the classes. Counter. CNT. Counter is not defined. Some collection input counter. Okay. What is that? Participants, just check. Okay, how to define the counter here? Counter, C-O-N-T-E-R. There is no typo mistake. X4, X in a list. Then what is the mistake here? Okay, so what is the mistake? The mistake, let me try this print. Let me have the list here. Print of, oh, that is just to print the list. No, so to print the list, so this is not going to, yeah, this is just to print the list. Okay, so let me print the list now. So A of list. So let me run again. So far there is no problem here. Yes, here no problem. F tennis, there is a counter is not defined. What is that? Counter is not defined. Total entropy, hold on. Total entropy, total underscore entropy is equal to entropy of list, entropy of list definition tennis, definition tennis, definition of tennis, tennis def underscore tennis, def underscore tennis, def df underscore tennis play. Okay, def underscore tennis. Let me print this one. Okay, so let me print this one. Okay, so to print this, print, I'll use print. Next is slash n slash n slash n total entropy of plate tennis, total entropy of plate tennis, total entropy of plate tennis or play. Okay, play tennis, it's okay, fine, no problem. Total entry of play entropy of tennis set. Okay, so equals to total entropy. Okay, total underscore entropy, total underscore entropy. Let me run now. The counter is not defined. Participants, hello, hello, hello.
Sir.
Yeah. Kindly check what is that problem. Uh, counter, why it is not showing? Counter is not defined. Something wrong here. Counter is not defined. Here there is something in this function. There's something wrong. Maybe indentation problem or I don't think so that indentation problem. I don't want this. I don't want this line. Just try to comment this. Counter CNT equals to counter import math columns pandas int of counter. Kindly check participants, please. Hello. Entropy of data set counter. Why it is showing like that? Hello. Counter is not defined. Counter is not defined. Once again. Once again, participants. Hello. Just check this one, participants. Hello. Window. Where is machine? Hello. 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 Not downloads. Yeah. Here it is. Hello, participants. Correct. One machine learning. One second. Model. One second, participants. Let me check in my manual. No, it's not there. Manual is not there. Hello? 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 Just check, participants, what is the problem here? X4X in a list. Counter X4X in a list. Counter calculates the proportion. Counter 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 is correct. Then hello. 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 Hello.
Sir, do we have to import
Yeah.
library collection in order to perform counter?
One. Where? Please guide me, guys, please.
Import collection
Because importer
from
here.
collections import counter.
How can you repeat, please?
From collections
Import
from collections
from collections.
import counter.
Import counter. Correct. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me run this. Now see, it's collection. Just check collections or collection. No module name collection.
Import
Collections.
first.
Collections.
First import collection.
Okay. Collections also not working.
Sir, can you make C capital?
This one capital.
Counter
Counter.
count C capital.
C capital. Let me check C capital. It's not working, buddy. Collection. Again, it's a cross verify. Hello. Hello. Have a look, please. Counter. I think counter should be in math itself, right? Let me 1 second, participants. Counter. Let me run now. Let me run this also. Okay, so let me run this. Counter is not defined. Yeah, again, we are facing same problem. Counter. Okay, so some specific library is there that we have to import here. Okay, so then we will be able to get the exact answer. Just check cross verify. Other participants, please cross verify. What is that mistake? Okay, so maybe some pandas will have that counter also. Let me try with.
Sir,
Try with, yeah.
sir, its collection C should be small.
C should be small. Okay. What about the collection? C should be small. Import counter. Capital
Import
letter.
counter.
Correct.
In counter C should be caps.
C should be caps. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. It got executed. Let me run again. Okay. So all the lines. Next is this. Next this. Next is this one. Directly you can try right here. Run. Run. Perfect. It got executed. Now next, this is for my independent variable. Sorry, dependent variable. This is to calculate the entropy. Again, counter is not defined. Okay. So there I have a typo mistake. There is a typo mistake here. Counter. This should be capital letter. Let me run again. Yes, perfectly. It got executed. Hope for the best. So no, unsupported operand type yes in list. Again one more. Okay, there is one more probability. Yeah, we are getting the probability. No, hello, participants, participants. Can you see this
Yes.
one? Have a look this. Have a look on this. Can you see this, participants? Hello,
Yes, sir.
other participants. I won't. Okay, so please be okay. Keep on asking question. Okay, so can you see the probability here? Can you see the probability? Can someone tell me what is the probability of no? Hello?
0.35.
Yeah, 0.3571. So better always remember while calculating the probability is always better to have 4 digits. Okay, 0.3571 is the probability for no. Okay, and the probability for yes, this is the entire probability. Remember, 0.6428 is nothing but the probability to play the tennis. As far as this data is concerned, okay, it's clearly if you take the entire probability, yes, yes, you can play the tennis game, but your played tennis data, which is nothing but the Y data, it is not showing like in what condition. Okay, so the Aldo can play the tennis game here. Anyways, uh, this we have some warning here, type error. It is showing type error. Okay, so what is the type error, man? Maybe we have committed some mistake here. Okay, one second. I'll go to that entropy. Is there any, just cross verify participants? What mistakes I have committed here? Return sum, okay, minus probability of, okay, mathematics, math dot log of probability of comma 2 should be space. There is no space here, I guess. Okay, so for probability in props. Here I have committed some mistake. Yes, there is some mistake here. There is some mistake. There is some mistake. There is some mistake here. So this is the mistake. Okay, so this is the mistake. Let me run this again. Okay, so let me run again. Let me run again. Let me run. Yes. Can you see this? Hello? Hello?
Sir.
Yeah. Have a look on this. This is perfect. What I can say. The result. 3-point class no, it's showing like 0.3571. 0.64284 yes. Okay, but total entropy is how much here? Can you see this? 0. Hello? Hello? What is the total entropy? Hello? Hello? What is the total entropy we are getting?
0.94.
9402. If you compare this one with one, so there is a small, what is that? There is a, the variations, right? There is a variations of around 0.006, I guess. Right, participants? Hello?
Yes.
There is a variation of 0.006. What is that? Participants? Learn. Okay, so machine learning, I'm not taking the subject as an academics. Okay, because for me, I have planned my career. Okay, so I want to excel my career in machine learning and artificial intelligence. So I want to teach you as much as possible. Okay, as far as machine learning is concerned. What is that 0.006? Tell me. Yes, participants. Hello. It's an error. Understood? That is a small error we are getting here. But okay, so as far as data set is concerned, my data set is very clean. Understood? So sorry, it's clean, pretty straightforward. It's clean data. There are no missing values. There are no empty cells. Understood? So there is no confusion matrix, etc. There is nothing here. But this error is coming because of the machine, my machine, as far as I feel like, okay, so because of my machine performance, that error is, okay, I'm affecting. Okay, so compile it. Maybe if I use GPU or TPU, okay, so maybe I can reduce that, the error also. Anyways, okay, hope you are cleared with this. this is the total entropy of my the entire the independent data set, that is nothing but the play tennis. Now let's, okay, so in the next what I have to do is I have to calculate the information gain. Okay, so to calculate the information gain, let me try to complete this function first. Okay, as far as information gain is concerned, so the information gain can be calculated. Again, I'm going to have one more definition. Sorry, hope you can see my screen. Can you see the screen? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Hello. My, yeah, definition. I'll have one more definition for information gain. Gain. Information gain. Information gain equals to, so as far as information tool, tell me, as far as information gain is concerned, which are the parameters are required? Entropy required, no? Hello? Hello? Total entropy. Okay, so let's have some parameters here. Okay, so DF I'll have, okay, decision tree, split attribute. Okay, so split attribute name, split attribute name I'll have. Next is target attribute name, target underscore attribute name, target underscore attribute name. Next trace. Okay, I'll have one more called counter called trace with, I'll initialize that one with a 0 now. Okay, so next let me complete this definition first. Okay, let me hold on. Let me print type this print of information gain calculation of information gain calculation of information gain calculation of information gain calculation of, let's have split it's not, yeah, so just the moment when you define any variable, no, so if it is lengthy, just hit on tab. Okay, so tab will allow us to, okay, tab automatically it will try to select the name here. So hold on, so 2 times I have pressed tab, that's the reason I got 2 times here. Okay, so split attribute. Next is similarly, this is to take the data frame of attributes and quantify the entropy of the target attributes after performing a split along with the values of the another attributes. Now next is let's try to have the split data by possible values of the attributes. Now let's try to split the value, so based upon the columns now. Okay, so let's have df underscore split equals to df group by, there is an option called group by split attribute. Split, just hit tab. Okay, so you'll get that group by. Okay, so next is, this is it. Next we need, okay, so the index here. Okay, so number of positive or negative. Hold second. Let me complete this participants. Hold on. Knobs length. This is this. Okay, so number of length here. As far as number of length is concerned, length. Let me just try to knobs NOBS. Okay, so next knobs. Okay, so this is to display the records. Same way, there is one more. Let me definition df underscore, okay, aggregation ent equals to def what is that, split. Yeah, I want this function split, def split dot aggregation. Okay, so next is target attribute name, equals to entropy. Hold on, let me complete this. After that, I'll explain. Entropy of list. Okay, entropy of list. So I'll use lambda function here. entropy of list, comma, lambda, LAMBDA, lambda function, lambda of x, length of x, divided by NO PS. Next is hold on, target attribute name, yes, target attribute name. Next is, let me finish this. Next function is print d print dfa agent comma df underscore agent, yeah, ent. Okay. So next is ent. Next is dfh, hold on participants, df app agent, yeah, ent columns equals to entropy of preposition observations, right? Next is, hold on, yeah, next is new entropy equals to sum of df agent, entropy equals to df yeah, agent. Next is top observation next is world entropy, hold on, world entropy equals to entropy of list df target underscore attribute name, right? So return old and old minus new, return old entropy, okay, minus new entropy. Next is, let me run this. Okay, let's see. Got executed, but we need to check this. Okay, shall we continue tomorrow? Participants?